Right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Chris, and I'm dialing in from Johannesburg, South Africa. And this evening, we have Alexandria Noel from where are you? What country are you in right now at the moment? Because you go all over Europe.
Sorry, Chris, I didn't get this one.
Where are you currently right now? I mean, you're from France, but
I
what
am in
country are you in?
France.
Are you in
In
France right
France.
now?
I
Okay,
am in
okay.
France. Yeah.
Ah, fantastic. Right. So Alexandre is the support and development manager for LifeWave Corporate for the EU and for South Africa. And thank you for being on the call with us this evening. This is our team call, Team 333. Anybody that doesn't know, this is the predominantly South African team called Team 333. You might be thinking, okay, where does this team, how does it all fit in? We all fall under a team called This Is It, which is run by Steve and Gina Merritt, which is then also under a team called Quantum Field, which is Onyx Cole. So we all fall under the fastest growing team in the whole of LifeWave globally. And I found out the other day that the team that we belong to here in South Africa is the fastest growing team in South Africa. So it's just amazing how everything seems to trickle from the top down because it's all about the support system and the support that you have in place. You can join any company in the world. If you don't have a support system in place, you're basically like a satellite lost in space. And that's what ensures anybody's success in any industry and any type of business. So Alexandre joined LifeWave in 2022. And what I really enjoy about Alexandre's story is he comes with a lot of knowledge in the network marketing industry. Now, if you have a look at the trenches and in the field, and you look at corporate, in the corporate world, sometimes they are worlds apart because there's certain things that the corporate or the head office does not understand what's happening in the field. And having Alexandre been in the trenches, he understands everything that we go through, right? And he can take the relevant information to push it up to get the support that we need. And the background that Alexandre has, he was head of sales for a MLM company in France that was for a company in Germany. And Alexandre speaks many different languages and has a bachelor's in international business. So, what I really enjoy about that is I remember when I was studying and you got the teachers teaching you out of textbook. And I always used to be one of those rebels saying, yes, you're giving us the textbook stuff, but have you done it yourself? No, well, that doesn't matter. No, no, I haven't done it, but I've got the theory. Theory is one thing, but practice and experience is another. So that's absolutely amazing. Thank you for taking the time out for us this evening. And Alexandre, with the years of experience that he's got, um, he knows what we're sitting on. He knows we know a lot of people on this call. We're sitting at the beginning of something special. I don't think we've even started yet. That's why they give us the nickname of a 19-year-old startup company because we've only just got started. And in the words of Alexandre, he said that LifeWave is going to become one of the main actors in the industry. And he's not wrong. I said on a Zoom call a little while back, I believe, okay, this is my opinion. Now, I've been in the industry before and I've seen growth of companies. I've never seen a company grow like this. This is what you call an exponential growth curve because we have a unique, patented, guys. This is a network marketer's dream come true to have a product that works like this and a product that is patented. Let me tell you something. I believe, like I said, my opinion, that LifeWave is going to be the biggest network marketing company on the planet by 2030. We're basically talking with the next 6, 7 years. I believe we will be the biggest company because of the breakthrough technology that we are sitting on. So it's an absolute honor. I've been with LifeWave for just over a year now. And I cannot wait for 2024 because I believe we're going to make waves globally. No, we're not going to make waves. We're going to be making tsunamis globally. Just watch out, world. Here we come. So before I hand over to Alexandre, I'm going to quickly ask George. George is our Senior Presidential Director from Mallorca, Spain. George is my direct upline who introduced me to LifeWave just over a year ago. And I just want to say thank you for sharing LifeWave with me because it's completely turned my life around and it's going to have a knock-on effect to change millions of people around the world. And I also just want to say thank you to you for all the support that you've given this team and all the help and everything you do for this team because wow, the stuff you do in the background, we couldn't have done this without you. So George, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for those super kind words. I'm very, very happy that we are here today, 14 months after I started talking to you about LifeWave. I'm delighted for us, for the whole team, for that Alexandre agreed to come here on the call and share some of the things that I know he's going to share. I met Alexandre in Orlando, and there was talk of an event in Barcelona, and my second meeting was in Barcelona. We had a great event. It was a one-day event. We got to know each other much more deeply because Orlando was 20 minutes max, maybe less. Barcelona was an all-day event, and then going out to dinner. What I love about Alexandre, besides his kind personality, is he's a guy who's suffered sales. He would probably tell us, but he's knocked on lots of doors. When I was a kid, when I needed to make money, I used to go knock on doors and say, "Can I wash your car, please?" So, one of the things that Chris said is very, very key. Many times the corporate doesn't understand what goes on in the field, and many times the field, that's us, has no idea what goes on in corporate, and there is many times a lack of understanding. One of the things that for me was very, how shall I say, it wasn't eye-opening, but because I'd figured it already, but it was definitely reassuring that when in Orlando, I spoke with everybody, including David Schmidt and Ryan Barson and all the top 4 or 5 people in corporate, and the alignment, to use a word of Alexander's, we're all very aligned. And what I feel is this: everybody in LifeWave Corporate shares David's vision. David's vision is huge. I would say I'm honored to be able to take part in furthering David's vision. I would also say, I've done many things in my life, many businesses, everything from, like I said, knocking on doors to wash cars, to manufacturing garments in Indonesia, to selling events. But I would say I've been waiting for LifeWave my whole life, and to take part in this massive vision of David's to improve this world, which is very much at a very crazed point at this moment. I think that for me is an honor. And guys, listen and learn from Alexandre. You're going to hear about what we can't talk about because he's with the corporate. And just thank you as well that we've got key people of our team on this call. So thank you very much, Alexandre.
Thanks a lot, George. Thanks a lot, Chris and Lucinda. Bonjour à toutes et à tous. It's first of all a real pleasure to be with you. It is the first webinar that I'm doing, let's say for the South African network. I will have a lot of things to share with you, and again, I'm totally aligned with what was saying George. First of all, we have an amazing product, a unique product. And as you understood, I have several years in multi-level marketing industry. I used to travel a lot, And it was a really different product that I used to develop in the past. What I'm seeing actually with LifeWave, and this is why I quit my ex-company and I joined LifeWave, it's because this product is unique. This product have a huge potential, and it is the most easiest product that I have seen in direct sales networking industry. We have a potential which is huge and we could go everywhere, which is not the case with a lot of multi-level marketing companies. As you were saying all the time, George, we could patch the entire world, and I'm totally agree and aligned with you. The things that's the key in our industry, and usually let's say this one, in our business model, the key is the following. You should and you must be able to touch a lot of people. And this is again the point. We are able to offer a lot of solutions for people who would like to improve their life, who would like to improve their health, for people who are looking for career opportunities, for people who are looking for recognition. And again, LifeWave have something unique. And I will share with you a lot of data tonight and a lot of advice about what I did in the past and what we are doing, let's say, in terms of trainings here in Europe. But if I have to share with you something first, is to give you visibility about the good health of our, let's say, subsidiary of, let's say, our market here in Europe. Just for give you an overview, when I joined LifeWave, we were only three. So first of all, my vice president, Claudia Artenek, I mean in the corporate side, and Sarah Foscaro. Today, we have a huge and strong team here in the corporate for the European market. First of all, we have Valiver, who is in charge of the German-speaking country. She has a lot of experience as well in our industry, which is really good because when I was quite alone, it was a lot of countries and a lot of meetings. So I'm really happy, let's say, about this one to have, let's say, a corporate team much more stronger. We have as well Marco Mongia, who is the sales manager for Italian-speaking country. Let's say is really focused on Italy. We have Tina Kremer, who is an event manager. She's taking in charge every event trainings that we have here in Europe, which is a really good help for us. We have as well Jan Schmidt, who is our marketing manager here in Europe, and two really important persons as well, Emma Pine and Sarah Foscaro, who are our sales and marketing coordinator here in Europe. So again, this is a really good point for us because when I joined LifeWave in August 2022, we were only three. And again, it was quite difficult for us to, let's say, be in contact with everyone and have, let's say, a specific frame. And for be transparent with you, it was one of my first topic. Okay, what is the situation of LifeWave? What are we missing? And what I discovered is, first of all, in terms of corporate offer and corporate training, nothing was there. And this is why my first goal was to say, okay, let's implement a system, let's implement a training part to connect ourselves with the network. And this is why today, and since finally end of 2022 and officially 2023, we are able to connect ourselves, first of all, in a digital way. Every 2 months, you have a specific starter webinar where we could welcome new people who join LifeWave, to explain to them what we are doing, what is the company, in a complementary way of what you are doing by yourself. And we have as well Manager Academy to go deeper into the business model and the career path. And following that, and this is my favorite part, we are going into the field. So I'm traveling quite a lot. George know it, Chris know it. For the last 5 weeks, I guess I made 2 events in Germany, 3 events in Romania, 1 in Portugal, 1 in Spain. But again, it's really important because, in our industry, and I will talk about the global model, you have B2C, business to customer, B2B, business to business. In our industry, we are talking about P2P, people to people. Corporate cannot work in good condition if we are not connecting with you and if we are not on the field with you. So this is why it's important for us to be on the field with you to share ideas, trainings, events, and I guess it is part of the success as well. It is a win-win situation. So 2023 was a really strong one because, and you will see it directly, we have in terms of turnover here for the European market, a strong and huge growth. And I'm totally aligned with what you were saying, Chris. LifeWave will be one of the best and most important actors in the industry. And these data, only for the European market, show what is happening. We have a momentum. Something is happening with this patch, with the vision of David Schmidt, and for sure with you guys. So here you have an overview between 2022 and 2023. And I'm really, really happy to share with you that we have a growth above 57.6% in terms of sales between 2022 and 2023. So as you could see, directly since January, we are taking the right direction. More people are joining the company. And with this graph, you could see it. Here you have a graph of enrollments here for the European market. So it is concerning as well South Africa. South Africa is linked to the European market. And in terms of enrollment, so I have the last update. We have an increase above 144%. A lot of people are joining LifeWave. A lot of people are joining LifeWave as customer, but most important, brand partners. And these stats are only focused on brand partners, by the way. So again, we are quite living a momentum. I'm sure 2024 will be much more stronger. So again, the goal of 2023 was to set up foundation, to connect ourselves with people, to set up a frame system. A lot of leaders are working in a different way, which is really good. But it was important as well from a corporate side to have foundation and to offer different things, complementary things as well. I would like to share as well something. As you could see in terms of sales, for sure, Black Friday was an amazing month for us. November, as you could see, there is a huge growth. We are talking about a growth of 83% between the month of November 2022 and the month of November 2023. So again, November with Black Friday was a really interesting one. And I would like to share as well with the South African people who are here tonight that between 2022 and 2023, we are seeing a growth above 226%, which is amazing. You are really doing a great job, and I'm quite sure it is a first step with the history of the South African model. So usually I like to connect myself with people just for be sure. So I see that big part of you are living in South Africa, but we have few people in Cyprus as well. I'm quite sure we could build a lot of good things in Cyprus. As I was saying before, we have people honestly everywhere. LifeWave have a growth. We were talking about this growth in during the global convention, but only in USA we are talking about a growth between 2022 and 2023 above, if I have good memory, 110%. Asia have a huge growth as well. So again, we are taking the right direction. There is step to follow. We need to build and UK, good to know. But we are taking the right direction, and again, the potential is just amazing. I do not know a company which have a growth as we have in a global way in multi-level marketing industry for this year. We made really a good job. Regarding the industry, here you have a clear overview about what we are doing in Europe. I will not share every data, but I really want to share with you that there is a strong and huge potential in our market. First of all, here you have a statistic from the CELDIA. So it is a European Association of Direct Selling. Okay. The good thing is that, first of all, it is in regular growth. Here you have an overview about the growth between 2020 and 2021. For next year, I will have the official data for 2022. I will add it. But as you could see, we are talking about an industry which is above 28 billion. In 2020, so we were talking about an industry of 27.31 billion, and we have a growth of 3.6%. And it was during the COVID time. Guys, I used to work for a big German companies. It is the second one in Germany and a really strong one in Europe. And during the COVID time, only companies who were able to work in a digital way had success. And which is important for us because we see that today LifeWave is more and more modern. We have more and more digital tools, and we need to work in a hybrid approach. But what I would like to share with you is that this growth during 2020 and 2021 in a global way is really important for me. Why? Because during the COVID context, so many people lost their job, first of all, or had part-time job. And one of the only industry which were able to offer solution to those people was direct selling and network industry. And again, there is a growth in 2022. I'm sure 2023 will be amazing, but this is a good thing about us. We could touch a lot of people and we could offer a lot of solution. It's not only about a product. For sure, the product is a tool for develop a business. I'm seeing the product as this. For sure, you could improve your quality of life and you could improve your health. But this product is the best tool to develop your business. And this is totally the spirit of direct selling and I will say networking industry. And you know, there is a big difference between both of them. Direct selling industry, let's say, is a global way of looking at this, sorry. But multi-level marketing is a segment. It is a segment of direct selling industry. And there is a huge difference because in direct selling industry, first of all, you are alone and you need to be a good seller. Personally, and I will go deeper into this topic later on, but you personally, I'm not a seller and you do not need to be a seller. This is the first point. The second point is the following. When you are working alone, because everything depends of your sales, and it will be the only way to have your commission, you could not duplicate yourself, and it is not easy to be regular. And this is why, again, the world of networking or multi-level marketing is quite different of direct selling. Direct selling, you are alone and everything depends of you. Multi-level marketing, it's another story. First of all, you do not need to be a good seller. Your goal is to promote a product, a concept, and most important, to create a group, a network of customers and builders. And this is not easy, guys. I will be honest with you. It's a real job. It's a real career. You will have ups and downs. I have really good friends from my ex-company who, let's say, who are top leaders today in my last company, but they made their network 7 times. Again, your goal is to create a network and to find the right people to work with. In the industry, we used to say that there is 4 or 5 types of people. People who are there for the product, so customer, people who would like recognition or would like to have social link or to be part of a community. Second profile. Third profile, people who would like to travel. Fourth profile, people who would like an income, could be 200 euros. And last but not least, people who would like a career. Regarding my point of view and my experience, I will say that there is only 2 profiles now. People who have interest in what we have and people who will be engaged. And this is those are the people that we are looking for. People who are engaged. You are here for develop your career. You are here for support your network, but it is business brand partners. And this is why for me, it's really important to get it clear. They need to get engaged. I have a really important question for you guys, and I hope you will have the answer. How many hours do we have in a week? So if you're telling me 24/7, I will be happy, but I need a real number. So usually people are taking their phone or they are not looking at me, they are going into the other direction. But please tell me in the chat, how many hours do we have in a week? It's really important. It's linked to what the two profile of people that we have in our industry. Does someone have an ID? 24/7. I guess in South Africa or in Cyprus, you have the same amount of days, 7 days a week, right? Just want to be sure. Okay, thanks, Dr. Ali. And I remember, by the way, Dr. Ali, you've been with us for the Manager Academy. I remember your chat. Good one. And good to have you there. Yes, agree. There is 168 hours. And I will share with you a specific story. And it is linked again to people who are interested and people who are engaged. I met so many people who have interest for my project. I was doing as you business opportunity or business presentation, and so many of them were, whoa, nice, let's do it. And 1 week or 2 weeks later, they disappear. My grandmother is sick, my dog is sick, my turtle is on the back. I mean, we know there is so many excuses. You will have a lot of excuses. Be ready for these guys. It's happened all the time. But the thing that you will have as well, people who will say to you, I do not have time for this type of concept, for this type of activity, which is a big and strong mistake because it is just a matter of organization. Official study that I will share with you. So 168 hours a week. In France, we work 35 hours a week. Okay. I do not know how many hours do you work in Cyprus or South Africa. Do you have a regular time as well? I guess yes. In France, it is 35. I will check the chat. Usually we are taking in average 8 hours a night to sleep. So it is 56 hours a week sleeping. Okay. So 35 hours to work, 56 hours to sleep. Do you sleep more in South Africa or Cyprus or UK? Maybe 9, 10. Are you good sleeper? Maybe with silent nights? 40, normal. Good to know, Wayne. Good. So in France, we used to say in average 56 hours a week are dedicating to sleep. But not finished. We have as well family time, sport time, let's say free time. We used to say that people will invest 40 hours a week on this topic, family time and sport time. Okay. The point is the following. I will still have 37 hours free. But this is the point. I need to be engaged and I need to work. But I will guarantee you one thing. I used to train a lot of people in the past, and for the first step, and I will make the comparison with LifeWave, until a manager level, I will suggest that you will need to invest 10 to 15 hours a week into your activity with specific actions. We will talk later on this topic. But again, everyone could have the time, but it's a matter of choice and it is a matter of engagement. So do not be afraid, because in the industry, I used to have these rules from my first country manager, which was a strong one and a good one in the industry. It's one of the first things that he taught me in the past. 4 to 1.33. 4 to 1.33. 4 people that I contact, 2 people who are joining the business presentation, 1 who is signing up, 0.33 who are active, engaged. And again, you will understand in our industry that it is numbers game. But sometimes you could have someone who is not engaged directly, but because his life will change, he will bring and come into the business. I love this rule. You will say I'm a rules guy. I love it. Because usually rules are the reality. I remember myself training someone. She was in my last company, so junior team leader. So let's say maybe a director or senior director. She waited 3 years to begin her business. 3 years. She was a brand partner. She was ordering for herself, but she had a declic 3 years later. Why? Because of the 3Ds rules. Démission, divorce, déménagement. What I would like to share with you is the following. The life of people is not fixed. In 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, the life could change. You could get divorced. You could have a démission. That means in French, sorry, démission means you quit your job or people get fired. Okay. And the third one is déménagement. That means that you are moving from a city to another one. What I would like to share with you, your needs could change, their needs could change, their situation could change. So your goal in network industry is to connect yourself with people and to accept as well the fact that there is a timing to let them in and to understand that they will be engaged. But again, in our industry, we talk about babysitting. The babysitting have a limit. The babysitting have a limit. And George will be agree with me at 100%. You could have people in your downline, in your depth, and you are there for onboard them, to support them, but they need to be responsible and again engaged. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a really important topic to share with you about our industry. Finally, everything is linked. We are not doing direct selling. We are doing network, multi-level marketing. So again, your goal is to create a network of customers and a network of builders. And you need to understand that you will have fluctuation, but the most important for you is your capacity to connect yourself with people and to understand that not everyone will be successful, first of all. Second point, you need to understand that you as an upline, your goal is to make a babysitting and the proper onboarding for make them successful, because if they are successful, you will be successful. If you are successful, if they are successful, you will be successful. So the balance is quite sensitive. You know, you need to find the right balance to work with your people. And totally aligned with you, Dr. Ali. We need to accept that not everybody will be as committed as you are and as we are. But in the industry, we used to say that, and I love this one, it is my mentor, again, a huge one, who used to say this one. First of all, your group will be part of your DNA. If you are a customer, you will have customer. If you're a sellers, you will have sellers. If you are crying, you will have people who are crying, which is not funny for events. I would suggest to be more funny and active. But I would like to share with you this one. People first follow people and then a company. People first follow people and then a company. And it is really important as well to understand that, again, they will have needs, but they will not have the goals, the power, the energy to get engaged as you are. So during our trainings, for example, what we did with George in Spain, we are talking about the time management, how you need to split and how you need to onboard people and how you need to manage different profile. Again, I will suggest to you to work with the active one. Do not lose time and do not do so much babysitting. Why? Because our time is precious and we are here for develop business, career. And I mean, we need to work with the right people. And you know, as I know that Lucinda will like this story, but I know what you are living. I used to do a lot of business presentation to develop a network as well. But when I was 22, so a few years ago, I used to live in Australia. And I was not a good English speaker. It was quite limited. Hi, my name is Alex, come from Paris, city of love. That's it. So, you know, quite easy English, huh? But I have two jobs in Australia. maybe I could share the two options because it could be relevant for all of you. My first job, my second week, I found a job to work for Mika Beauty Cosmetic, a huge and strong American brand for makeup and skincare. And as you could guess, I was not an expert in makeup and skincare, not at all, not at all. And my job was to work in Brisbane, in a mall, the most important mall in Brisbane, which is the name Carindale. And I remember myself coming in a suit for my first day as a sales guy. In France we have our rules, our process, let's say. And my boss told me, no, you are not wearing the right equipment. So she bought me a black t-shirt, a black pant, and she gave me, let's say, a belt with pencil for make makeup. And I say, oh, will be complicated. My first week, I earned $761 Australian dollars of commission. But I will guarantee you that I made terrible makeup with foundation, eyeliner, etc. Was terrible. Honestly, I still have picture. You could have a good laugh. What I would like to share with you, first of all, it is not because you do not know a product or an industry that you could not be successful. This is the first point. What makes the difference is practice. Go out of your comfort zone. And by this way, I'm a true and strong believer about, okay, knowledge gives you power and confidence and credibility. But the best way to learn is to practice. So I know that our industry, connecting ourselves with people, talking about stem cells, David Schmidt, multi-level marketing industry, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not difficult. It's just different. This is the point. It's not easy. It's not difficult. It's different. But by practicing, I could guarantee that it will be much more easier than making foundation on women. Trust me. Well, after 2 months, I was quite an expert. But as you will be, by the way. But again, the main point is the following. It is not because you do not know the industry, not because you do not know the product, that you will or you cannot be successful. Practice, and the most important thing is not to go quick and strongly, is to have consistency. Small step with consistency are the key. I used to have rising star in the past. I remember one leader was in 2 months or 3 months, a top leader. 6 months later on, he was totally disappeared because it was too quick. The point in our industry is all the time to find the right people to work with, the right system, which represent yourself and your DNA, and to take time and to take the step. I mean, there is system, for example, when I was training my ex network, I used to teach them how to work quickly and efficiently. We used to talk and I used to train them with a 24-hour system. If someone was joining my team, directly we were setting up action, we were making calls. That means that the guy was signing up as a new brand partner. He already have at least 3 business presentation with me or the leaders on the upline during the first week. And the spirit was not the same. I mean, they were directly engaged. So the point, again, it's not a race course. And for example, all the time we are making the comparison with the turtle and the rabbit, you know this story. It's the same one. Take your time, work in the proper way with consistency, work with the right people, with the people that will be able to duplicate as well what you are teaching them. In our industry, we are always talking about duplication. And you need to have, and there is so many ways to develop the business. I know that, for example, Onyx, Steve, and Gina have a specific system. I have one. I know other leaders who have system. Okay, well, it's really nice to know that there is different approach. But I will tell you this one. There is foundation. I know no leaders who are not losing, let's say, this first main step, name list, which is for me really, really important topic. You cannot work in a good condition, most important if you are, let's say, beginning your activity without a clear and strong and professional overview about who do you know. And all the time I'm seeing people that still in LifeWave are not doing it. Again, in my X network, 24 hours, they were writing at least 100 names. Why? Because we know that every week it was a physical event and we could invite people for an event, for a webinar, or to make a personal business presentation. But it was a way to say, okay, you are welcome to the group. This is what will happen. This is what will happen in terms of training. And this is what we will do together. And this is what you will have to do again by yourself as well. Write 100 names. First point. Following that, you will need to attend to each seminar and each training that we offer as a corporate or as a network. Training is a key. They need to train themselves. They need to connect themselves with successful people because, again, you have a lot of people who could have success, but they will inspire themselves with this. So again, Nameless was the key because it was a good way to touch and connect ourselves with new people. In my last company, only for France, we were doing in average 3,500 newcomers each month. This is what we are doing approximately in Europe with LifeWave, between you and I. So we still have a lot to do. In Germany, they were doing in average 8 to 10,000 newcomers a month. So we still have a lot to do. And this is why the name list is so much important. And I know that Onyx and Gina and Steve are using quite the same approach. I guess Onyx, it's 10 names directly, right? If maybe I'm mistaken, but I know that we are quite aligned about this strategy. And most important for you is the following. First of all, as I was saying, to work in numbers games and volumetry, because not everyone will be engaged, but most important, to do not judge people. You should write everyone. So I know those people, and I know that few of you know already this picture. But those people are not so sexy, they are quite old school. And I do not know if, honestly, if you have those people in your network or, I mean, in your surrounding, do you think you will put their names on your name list or connect yourself with them? Usually, people are quite cold on this topic. First of all, this is what I like and this is what I love our industry. I'm truly passionate about our industry. It's not a question of age. It's not a question of status. It's not a question of origin. It's not a question of country. It's a question of engagement. Everyone has the same chance and the same tools to have success. And this is what I like, because here you have an overview. Usually people choose people, which is a big mistake about, could be personality, it could be about physical things. Here on this picture, you have the most successful people on our century: Bill Gates, Dell Ellinson, Steve Jobs, Ballmer. Again, do not choose people. We do not judge a book on this cover, on his cover. Never. It is a spirit that you need to keep. For be honest, I used to train people to contact their ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend. So my question is the following. Are you still in a good shape with them? If yes, connect yourself with them. All the time I'm joking, but again, we are here because we have an amazing product and an amazing concept to share. There is no rules. All the rules will be this one: no judgment, and connect yourself with everyone. Again, we are here for develop a network. We are here for share and promote this unique technology that thousands and thousands and thousands of people are using around the world. and we have the same chance of success. You could live in France, you could live in South Africa, you could live in Cyprus, you could live in Israel. You have the same tools as everyone to develop your career. So what will make the difference, again, is your capacity to connect yourself with people, is your capacity to find the right people to work with, to duplicate a system, and to grow a network. And because you will grow a network, because you will grow a turnover, the company will reward you with commission. And you know that we have several types of commission. In France, there is a specific term. We say commission d'animation. That means network animation commission, which is a specific language in the industry. But again, biggest your network will be, better it will be. But keep in mind that it is important to have active people. And why? Because in our industry, we talk all the time about retention, which is really, really important for you. So do not hesitate to have PC plus customer, because it is a good way as well to secure your volume. Okay. Going back to the name list. So I guess you understood that it is the first most important step to begin your, let's say, your activity, your career. I do not know the title or the situation of each of you actually in the webinar, but I will suggest until a senior presidential director or presidential director, you should really develop this type of thing, because you could implement name every day. I was talking, for example, only about your surrounding, colleagues, friends, family, but there is so many ways to develop your name list. I know that Dr. Ali followed it during the webinar that we made with Georges for Europe. But for example, the 22nd of April is a really important date in France, a national day. Do you know what is it? Do you have an idea? It is Alexandre's day, so it's my day. Why it is so important to think in this way? You cannot imagine the amount of people that I connect with during the COVID and how many leaders we build only with those strategy. I'm taking my calendar. It's Alexandre's day. I'm going on social media, Facebook, Instagram. How many Alex do I have? Okay, I'm writing a message. Hey, Alex, I wanted to wish you a really good day. It's your day. So many times that we didn't meet or we didn't have the pleasure to take a coffee or beer or lunch. You have a lot of flexibility. Are you available next week, next Tuesday or next Thursday? Would love to catch you up or to meet you up. Enjoy your day. Bye. My appointment is made. I do not need to talk about LifeWave patch or David Schmidt at the beginning. My goal is to connect myself with people. My product have a lot of value. My business model have a lot of value. So I need to do it and to talk about it in a professional context. Following that, it could depend. Maybe if you have someone really far away, you could totally organize, let's say, a Zoom call or other thing. But the point is the following. Use social media as well to implement your name list or to connect yourself with new people. Other thing. With Georges, for example, we've been to a really good restaurant, by the way, in Barcelona. It was a really good food, Georges. We had a good dinner, and Georges present himself to the dresser. So we connect ourselves, was a good dinner. And at the end of the dinner, we say to this guy, look, we had a really good dinner. Thanks a lot for what you did and your welcoming energy. Look, I'm here with a few collaborators, and we are doing actually a strong project here in Barcelona, and we are looking for serious people. I like your profile. Are you available to meet us tomorrow or in 2 days? 5 minutes, 4 minutes later on, he gives the paper to Georges. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. You could connect yourself as well with people like this. And again, I did not talk about stem cells, LifeWave, or business model because it was not the right context to talk. So you need to train yourself and to understand that our message have a lot of value, but we need to deliver it at the right time. And again, name list appointment or link. This is why I call this part the success formula. Without name list, you cannot make appointment. Without appointment, you cannot make business and product presentation. And without business and product presentation, you cannot create a network. So everything is linked. And this is why there is a lot of possibility, but these are the foundation. So again, there is a lot of possibilities. And I'm quite sure that Europe have everything to do. We are looking again about a growth of 57% in terms of sales. Here in South Africa, 83%, 144% in terms of enrollment for Europe. Sorry, South Africa, 226%. So again, something huge is happening. Something huge is happening. So we just need to continue in the same dynamic. You need to understand that there is rules process. Do not be afraid about the no as well. Not everyone will follow us. For me, a no means next opportunity. And I will give you this one. I have a rules that I created when I was doing my second job in Australia, because I have to share this with you. I was working, so with my first job, it was almost 90 hours a week, easily 90 hours a week. So I was not seeing too much of Australia. And I say, whoa, I made a travel of, in total, everything include 70 hours to do not see nothing about Australia. Well, was making good money, but wanted to see everything. So I've been on a website. I will stop to share my screen for this one, will be better. I've been on a website and I found a thing interesting. Sales opportunity, sales position opportunity. And I send a reason. I receive a call for Meet, so the company, and it was a door-to-door sales position. And I said, I will try it. Let's try it. So I remember I get back to my main job and I say to my boss, because in Australia you could quit your job quickly. I mean, you could quit directly the same day. And I was saying, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thanks a lot for what you did. I have a really good time, really good experience. I'm sure my wife will be happy if I could make a foundation in the future. But anyway, I took a bus at 5 p.m. and I arrived in a small village city in Australia. I cannot remember the name, but it was 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. And a guy with a van came to bring me to the train bus station. And he teach me in 5 minutes what I have to do. And 10 minutes later, he put me in, he gave me a map, give me a t-shirt, and he showed me streets that I have to knock. And at this stage, I say, oh, whoa, it's 9 p.m. You know, in France, people are really close to this door-to-door approach. And I called my father and I say, Dad, I'm in to be polite, in a sensitive situation. It's 9 p.m. and I have to knock doors. And he tell me, do it. So quite shy, I've been to the first one. Hey, my name is Alex. I'm French. How are you? Do you know how many doors I have to knock? I had to knock to have my first sale. My first, yes. Do you have an idea? Let's take the bet. 125, 60. Chris is going for 10. Do you have an over idea? 80, 15. Okay. So first of all, I had a lot of no. I have a lot of people who were really not welcoming with me. I have dogs behind me. I have to jump on tree because in Australia, dogs are in freedom and they are quite aggressive. So it was quite an experience. But my first yes was about 44 doors. 44 doors. So I have a lot of no, a lot of insult. People were really not welcoming with me. It was quite difficult, but by practicing and saying, I will try the other one. The other one will be the good one. And what I understood finally about this, and this is a personal rule, c'est oui, c'est non, peu importe au suivant. If yes, if not, anyway, let's talk to another one. At one moment, you will have someone who will get it and will have interest on it. So again, we are talking about consistency, practicing, regularity, and it will happen. If it is working for the other one, it will work for you as well, as it works for me. Some days I was selling 5 people. Some days it was one. And when I begin to have my team, so it was 1 month and a half or 2 months later on, I have to create my team. So I have 17 people, 3 car, 1 bus and 2 car. And we were changing of city every week. So I came from not from Brisbane, but so the village, and we go up to Darwin, so in the north. So I made a lot of place. I used to have so 17 people, and sometimes I was saying, whoa, this German guy will be my superstar, or this woman. And finally, what was happening? I remember this guy, for example, the German guy, really professional, you know, and with sales background, and I was so making my driving around the team, you know, for help, support, and follow up, as you are doing, huh? Babysitting finally. And I remember this guy taking the son, you know, into a garden, and I say, how it's possible, you know? And again, what I would like to share with you, you could meet the best profile. It cannot prove that it will be the good one. So again, it's numbers game, and it's part of our activity, of our industry. We need to find the right people to work with. We need to open our mind, and we should not think about specific judgments or social things. You know, I know that in France we have a specific mindset. Will be the same for Italy, Spain, South Africa, etc. We need to open and to let everyone have the chance to enjoy our business model or product. And the most important again is to have consistency and to do not be afraid about the no. No, my girlfriend, I'm not engaged, but she asked me, but what are you doing? And I told her, so I'm working in this type of industry. And the first thing that she said, oh, it's the pyramidal stuff. Bon, not everyone will understand what we do. And usually, you know, people who are saying this do not get the point. They do not know what is our industry. They do not get the pyramidal. What I would like to share with you, I have a lot of people of my surrounding, friends, family, who are judging what I'm doing. But because they do not know what we are doing, people do not have the knowledge and do not know what is relevant in our industry and the powerness of our industry. So you need to secure yourself and to protect yourself about this. I met so many leaders who were quite close to the burnout in the past because they were taking things too personally. I will guarantee this to you. First of all, you are at the right place. You have the right leaders. I'm really, and I will be transparent with you. I say to my Vice President Claudia Artonek when I made my first call with Lucinda, Chris, and George, I said to her, it is the first time in LifeWave that I'm really aligned with people, with leaders. And true story. The point is the following. I lose my part, so but the point is the following. You need to be consistent. You need to find the right people to work with. You need to understand that, yes, you are working with the right company, with the right people, with the right team, and the potential tomorrow will be huge. So do not take care or do not take personally what people think about it. Okay? So I have just one thing to share with you more because I'm seeing that it is already almost 1 hour that we are on the webinar. But I would like to share with you a great thing. First of all, I'm quite sure about the potential of South Africa, and you know that you are linked so to the European market. And I would love, really, if we could have people from your country, from Cyprus, from UK, from South Africa to join us for the next travel incentive in Europe. And just a quick one, you know that we will have the possibility to meet in Prague, which is an amazing city. You will have the possibility to meet the corporate leaders from all over Europe. You will have as well the global senior vice president of sales, Ryan Barson. It will be a unique moment for you to develop your knowledge, your skills, your vision as well of the company. And you will have the possibility, so if you are taking the challenge, to qualify yourself for 5 days and 4 nights, again in Prague and in a really, really good hotel. We have already the activities set up. We've been to Crete this year, it was amazing, but I'm quite sure Prague will be, again, wonderful. Just about the criteria. Qualification period, October 2nd, 2023 until February 4, 2024. Estimated trip date, June 6 to 10. Few possibility to connect yourself. All brand partners could earn this challenge. It's not a question of rank or this type of thing. It's a question of activities. So all brand partners who earn at least 50 points will have the possibility to earn the trip for one. All brand partners who earn 75 points will earn 2 tickets. So the question, I'm sure, will be, yes, but how we could earn points? 3 activity, personal enrollment, rank advancement, personal enrollment, or rank advance. So quite good activities because you have several options. Personal enrollment, you could play with new brand partners, personally sponsored, sorry, or PC Plus. You will have the possibility to earn points, as you could see, the split regarding the type of kit of registrations that are taking the new brand partners. But PC or PC Plus, if they reach an order of 142 euros before shipping and tax, not in a one shot, cumulated during the timeline, you could earn 3 points. And it is a really good way to generate and to create points for you and to have retention over point. Rank advancement, if you qualify yourself as manager, director, senior director, but there is a specific thing, or senior director, I will talk about it later on. And above, you have as well possibility to qualify yourself, I mean, to cumulate points. And for the people who are joining personally your team, so personal enrollment to rank advance, same story, you could earn points. I was saying that for the senior directors, there is a specific things. For every people who qualify themselves as new senior director, as a new career title during this timeline, so the qualification period, if they qualify and maintain at least 6 weeks this title as a paid as rank, they will not earn 1 ticket, they will earn 2 tickets. So a really interesting way as well to develop and to be participate about this trip. So again, a really good challenge. And we are really hoping a lot of people from all over Europe, but I will love again to have people from South Africa. So you still have time, guys. You still have time. And it will be my pleasure to welcome you there with all the team from Europe and with Ryan Barson from USA. So I do not know if I was good in timing. You will tell me, Lucinda and Chris, but it was a real pleasure for me to be with you guys. I'm really happy if you wish to do a follow-up or to be present next year. We have a lot of strong projects. I will send information for sure to George, Chris, Lucinda about the sales plan of 2024. I was looking to offer, and unfortunately, I prefer to announce it, but I was looking to set up a European forum in South Africa, but unfortunately, it will be not for 2023, 2024, but I hope 2025 will be the good one. But I will for sure share with you every event that we have in a digital way or physical way. And if you would like to join us in Spain, UK, or any, let's say in Portugal or every other country that we are managing, it will be our pleasure. So thanks a lot for your attention. And I wish to all of you a really good day, evening, or night.
Alexandre, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time out for our team. We appreciate you so much and everything that you are doing for us. And we're looking forward to spending a lot more time with you. So the offer is open, and thank you for offering to come on to more Zooms with us next year. So we're going to be keeping in very close communication, and we would love you at least once a month to come on and do an update and a training call for our team. So thank you. And thank you for tonight. Let me tell you, very often we forget about the basics. And I'm always a person going, let's go back to basics, guys. Let's go back to basics. Because what we do is we fall into the trap of overanalyzing. Analysis causes paralysis. And I always say to people, go back to the basics. I love that you touched on the name list. That's one of my little bugbears. People go, oh, Chris, here he goes, name list again. And the way that you explained the name list, it has a complete knock-on effect with every part of the business. And the way you put there, it's your base. Your name list. Listen, look at the notes I wrote. I got like 4, 5. I've been like writing the whole time. And a lot of the stuff I know, I've been doing this for many years, but when you hear it, um, it just comes from a different person, comes from a different angle, and you learning. We're on the University of Life, and we keep learning all the time. And sometimes we need to be reminded of the basics. So thank you so much for that. And I think 2024, everybody's going to have to put their safety belts on, zip it tight. You have to actually have two. You're strapped in like in a roller coaster, because we are going to be on the most exciting ride of our lives, 2024, because we've set the foundation, as you spoke right in the beginning. You guys were setting the foundation in place, right? That's what we've been doing here. I said to somebody the other day, we had our Christmas lunch last week, Friday, and I told everybody 2023 was practice. All we were doing is we were practicing, we were letting the dust settle, we were finding our feet, we were just getting into the culture, getting into the company. Now that we have the foundation in place, we have the tools in place so that we can springboard ourselves to success. So we're ready. So Alexandre, thank you again so much for your time, and enjoy your Christmas. Have a safe holiday. Everybody on the call, thank you for a beautiful year. This is our last official Team 333 Zoom call for the year. So I just want to thank each and every single one of you for carrying the message, having the vision, having the faith, having the trust in us, and letting us lead you. So from my side, have a beautiful Christmas. Look after yourselves. Have a fantastic holiday period. Love you all. See you guys soon. Night, everybody. Bye, guys.